Speak the truth. With Carl West.
Speak the truth.
With Carl West.
Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Speak the truth.
Yeah, Carl West.
Tell everybody.
Speak the truth, baby.
Ooh.
It's a podcast for truth. Are your ears ready? For Carl West. Are your ears ready? Speak the truth. Let's go King Farley with Carl West. Yeah, he is. Your ears. Carl West. Carl West.
Hey.
Carl West. Carl West.
Yeah.
Carl West. Carl West. Carl West. Carl West. Carl West.
Yo, what's up? Carl West again. Hey, another podcast, Speak the Truth. Carl West, I'm back at you. Look, I'm excited about this one like I am about all the podcasts I get a chance to sit down here and bring to you guys. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in business for a very long time. I've studied this game. I studied the art of business. Love it. It drives me. I'm excited. But I'm also disappointed. Let me tell you why. I watched some things happen before I started my business. I worked for the Chicago Board of Trade. And I watch people I watch traders, millionaire traders, multimillionaire traders, right? You'll get a white boy who will come in drunken, drug addict, drop out, scruffy, smelly. He just got through walking the earth, trying to find himself, trying to find a meaning in life. Somebody said to him, you need to go see X, Y, and Z down at CBOT, the Chicago Board of Trade. When most of the people came in up on the second floor to go to meet traders, or to go to the trading floor, they had to come by my section where I worked. So I saw them every day. And they would actually ask me, do you know so-and-so? Do you know letters, acronyms, ADT, CDW, AFS? I'm like, oh yeah, I know him. He comes around here so-and-so time, whatever. You can wait, and they'll wait. But the person knew they was coming, for the most part, and they would come to that part and say, hey, Carl, have you seen, oh yeah, I saw him, he's around the corner, he's in the cafeteria, whatever. I would see him take these individuals, and I've probably seen this 100 times while I worked at the Board of Trade for about 5 years. I've seen 100 times at least scruffy, drug head, alcoholic, smelly, man who walked the earth trying to find his salvation. They would take him. There was one guy who was more repetitive, one trader. He would come, I don't know who he was or who he is, but he probably came and got more people sitting around waiting on him to help transform their life. I assume they must have said, I'm ready to get my life right. I just need some assistance. And somebody again on the outside externally said, go internally and see X, Y, and Z acronym or the name of a person. And that person came and got him. At least 100 times I saw this happen. I would see that scruffy, drug addict, alcoholic, a dude who walked the earth trying to find God. In 6 months, I would see him. He cleaned up, got his crispy shirt on, tie, freshly shaven, energetic, motivated, excited, different from when he came in. His back was humped over, like he was lost and confused. But now, 6 months later, he got him a jacket on, a different color jacket with his acronyms. He's now a trader making millions of dollars. The first couple of times it happened, I wasn't tripping. I was like, I don't know what that's all about. Finally had a chance to ask that one dude who did it multiple times. I said, man, what's up with that? I said, well, why do these people come to you and you take them away and in 6 months they look like they millionaires? He said, yeah. I said, what's that all about? He wouldn't answer me the first time, but I asked him several other times as the days, weeks, months went on by. He finally decided to respond to me and answer me. Took me to lunch. Said, Carl, look. He said, my responsibility when someone wants to get their lives together to help them. That's our responsibility as a community. Black, white, whatever. That's what you're supposed to do. He said, but here's the most important thing about that. He said, look, my grandfather, my father, my grandfather, all traders. I'm a trader. My children are probably going to be traders. And we making a lot of money. A lot of money. He said, but here's the deal. He said, I got about 6 or 7 cats that you've seen that I turned on like that, who are now also millionaires, making a lot of money for their families. He said, but here's how that works out. He said, just think if something happens to me. He said, you know how this game goes. You've been down here long enough to know. I can lose all of my money on a bad trade, having a bad day. It happens. People jump off the building when they lose their monies. You remember the stock market crash. People jumped off buildings, ran in front of cars, jumped off the lake because they lost money and they wanted to secure their family would have a decent living through life insurance, whatever the case may be. He said, but if I ever lose my money, I got 6 allies on my team who I've made millionaires. I've transformed their lives. So therefore, my life would never skip a beat. My big house, the mortgage would get paid by one of them. One of them will pay my car notes, 9 of my wife's, my children. Another one of them will pay for my college kids' tuition. I won't have to take them out of college. Take them out of high school paying their tuition. I won't have to skip a beat. These allies that I've helped to transform will keep me afloat until I recover, because I'm going to recover. Most people do. Some don't, but most do. They lose all their money. They understand how the system is played. They would go recoup. They regroup, come back, and they start over again. Sometimes they make even more, or they just get back to where they was at. He said, but this is why you do it. You have to do that. It made me think about my community. But mainly it made me think about entrepreneurship recruitment. And I've been thinking about this ever since my days there, just to know how to put it in the words. I wanted to make sure it was the right time to talk about it. I've talked about it off screen, off the cuff. But there should be an entrepreneurial recruitment initiative where millionaire black people, I'm going to call it out, millionaire black people, successful black people in our community, they identify emerging young leaders, emerging young hustlers, emerging young entrepreneurs who are looking to get off the ground, looking to start a business, looking to build a great company, looking to employ the community. They should we should have a recruitment situation where they get somebody go to them and say, hey, I know Carl West, I know Don T, I know SW Dot. They're doing great work. They're trying to build a company, great product. They hustlers, they serious. You need to check them out and bring them in. We need to have an entrepreneurial recruitment initiative where black millionaires, folks who are black and successful, recruit emerging young hustlers and do exactly what I saw them do at the Board of Trade. Make them millionaires, contribute to their transformation. And they can do it for the same premise, just in case. Or they can do it because they enjoy seeing people rise up and be able to enjoy the fruits of the labor that they've been able to enjoy through their entrepreneurship, through their building of a great company. I want to see it happen in my community. It's a must, because the wealth building mechanism needs to be discussed and talked about 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year. We should not have a day that goes by that entrepreneurs are coming together, emerging and established, and talking about how to build wealth, how to build the economy, how to create jobs. Because I'm telling you, that's how we're going to survive. That's how we're going to build. If y'all feel me, pass the word. Talk about it. Entrepreneurial Recruitment Initiative. Let's do it. Let's get it, man. Building wealth is the most important thing we can do. And we have to do it now. And we have to do it big. We have to build incredibly great companies that can employ thousands and thousands and thousands of primarily black people from the community, from the neighborhood, to give them jobs so they can build communities and build families. And we can solve some of the ills that have penetrated our urban ghettos. At the same time, we building folks from the concrete jungle. I'm Carl West. Speak the truth. Until the next time.
Let the children play. They ain't feeling no pain. It's a beautiful day. Wake up in the morning, it's a wonderful feeling. It's good to be living, feel it all in my